Here we are in the garden with Mommy. She's watering. We fertilized. As I've said, I rotate my compost with my cow poop water for fertilizing. So I put all the fertilizer in, and Mama is going around and watering everything. So these cantaloupes that are on this vine, they're pretty big. So we stopped off at the Dollar Tree and we actually got some knee-highs. So there was 2 pair of knee-highs, which is 4 pieces. We got 2 packs for $1.25 each. So for less than $1.25, we made some slings for the cantaloupe. So we've got that one still. And then this one is actually really big. So we made slings for them so that they don't fall when they're done. On this one, I noticed the stem is starting to dry out, so it's going to be ready pretty quick. And those last 2, they dropped real quick. We saved the seeds off the cantaloupe that we have, so I'm going to be able to plant more cantaloupe, but I'm not going to put it in the same spot. I'm going to use this cage, and I'm going to vine it because that worked better than the one in the bucket. Those were very small. We only got 3 out of that. Obviously, I'm going to make sure to stake it really well so that I don't lose any more cantaloupe. But we've got a tiller, and we're going to till from here all the way to over there, all the way to down here. And then I think we talked about we're doing, I don't remember. I'll have to ask Mom because I keep forgetting. So let's look at our bell peppers. This one, I actually need to go get my clippers. Look at how beautiful this one is. It is red and it is ready to go. I'm gonna take it. This one still has a little bit of green on it. And the other side's pretty green. So we're gonna leave that one for a little bit while, but that one is beautiful. And I'm pretty sure from what I read, they're gonna put out 2 to 3 and then they're done. So I think this one's gonna be done. And I lost, looks like maybe that one's still alive. That one's trying to die. I fertilized that one, I missed that one, but we'll see if they'll come back. And then our banana peppers, nope. Those are the banana peppers out there. Those are the gypsy peppers. We need to pick them, looks like. Our jalapenos, they're still sprouting and growing like crazy. Some of those need to be picked. Mama said some of them had a little bit of a bite to them. These are all tiny. I plucked a couple big ones. It looks like this one's pretty well, it's got some more on it. So I did learn, I watched a video that you can uproot your pepper plants. And you basically cut them off to the Y, and then you store them for the winter. I don't know what that is. You store them for the winter and you water them just enough to keep them alive so they stay dormant, and then you just put them back out. I also learned that, I keep saying starve them. I don't know what you would call it when you don't give them water. So I'm going to keep saying starve. So you starve the peppers, and that makes them produce, I don't remember the word, whatever makes the peppers hot. So I've been trying that. And that's why my peppers, they look real wilted. It's because they are. And I did it on purpose. So I'm trying to make them hot. So these are my cayenne peppers. We've got some that are turning red, and they'll be ready pretty soon. That one's down. That one's cayenne. These are the serrano pepper. Oop, that's my finger. These are the serrano peppers, and we've got quite a few of the serrano peppers. Not as many as, I'm so proud of those cayenne peppers. And then this is the habanero. I don't know why I'm starving it, because there's not even any peppers on it. And I keep thinking it's going to bloom. It keeps getting flowers, but I haven't had a single pepper out of it. Now that I'm looking at it, I wonder if it's because these are the roots showing. I'm not touching it because that's cow poop water. But I've been trying to keep all this stuff trimmed up. Sometimes I do a good job, sometimes I don't. Anyways, I'm not even touching the squash, not even touching the zucchini. Actually, I got that backwards. That was the squash, that was the zucchini. Killing that off. Still have no blackberries coming out because the birds keep eating them all. But I guess we might be nearing the end of blue blackberry season because there's not even any buds anymore. Oh, I learned that there's people in this world that probably shouldn't garden, and I'm probably one of them. These carrots have been growing since November, so to begin with, that's way too long. But I also think I planted them way too deep. They were supposed to be the baby carrots, so they weren't supposed to get big, but I clearly didn't do something right. So these are going into my compost bin. Yes. Yeah. These, so now this bucket's empty. Oh, but look at our ginger. It's sprouting so nicely. Really don't know what to do with it. I mean, I guess just the roots growing. What, Mom? The grasshopper, I killed it. The one I was talking about. Where is it at?
Right there.
Yeah, they're huge. Look at that. He's so fat. He probably can't get out because he's been eating our tomatoes. Oh my Lord. He's literally so fat he can't get out.
He's like he's got an armor on.
He's just a grasshopper. Look at that. He can't. He is just so fat. I need a stick. There's a stick in there. Yeah. They were like that. It was in the cucumbers. Sorry, guy. He was in the cucumbers. Oh, we were talking about carrots. No, we were talking about ginger. Nope, we were moving on to the cantaloupe. We still have this one. One baby cantaloupe. It's all, oh, that's my hand. One more baby cantaloupe. It's almost ready. These are, I keep calling them turnips, radishes. And our cilantro, it's starting to look like cilantro. Looks like I need to add some diatomaceous earth over here. So these are our radishes. They're not turnips, they're radishes. I don't know what I'm going to plant in here next. That's empty, that's empty, that's empty. These are both empty now. Oh, the asparagus is huge. It's actually doing really well. It's getting so big it just keeps falling over. I keep trying to pick it up, but it doesn't really do anything. So the lettuce, everything needed to be watered yesterday and I didn't do it, so everything's pretty sad. But now that we've got the mulch down, we'll just have to come through here and pull this grass as it grows or as it peeks through. So I want to try to keep as no grass as possible, especially where the mulch is. Is that still grass? Yeah, so I mean, we've got places where it's poking through. I didn't do a super great job of laying the cardboard down, but it is what it is. Our tomatoes are still making tomatoes, not as many. All the basil that I put down in here is probably that fat grasshopper that ate it all. That's why it was so fat. There's our basil. So we still have tomatoes coming. I think we're pretty much done with the yellow boy. I don't think it's going to put any more out. We got a hefty amount there for a hot minute.
Do you have any of the yellow boys left?
Yeah, there's 2 on the counter.
You need to get the seeds out of them then.
Okay.
And not eat them.
Well, you can get the seeds and then give the rest to the chickens.
Yeah.
And we've got, so Mom and I just had this conversation. I need to go and find out the name of this because we're thinking maybe because of this, we haven't had any problems with the aphids or any of the okra eating bugs. And the only thing I have is this succulent rose that's been in here. And so we noticed inside these little pods, let me see if I can get it to zoom in. Inside these little pods, we think are the seeds. So I emptied several of them off into my hand, and I went and I stuck them over there in the cucumber bed. And so hopefully we can germinate some more of this. And if those are actually the seeds, I'm going to start saving every single one of the seeds that I possibly can. And then I'm going to make sure I find out the real name of this and find out where I can plant this. Everything that I can plant it with, because this is the only thing that I can think of as to why. See those little seeds? As to why we didn't have to fight bugs in this bed. I've had a little bit of nibbling on the okras. Like, oops, whoop. Excuse me. I had a little bit of nibbling on the okra, like right there on that leaf. And there's a little bit maybe on this one, but nothing terrible. And I mean, the stalks of my okra are huge. Underside of the leaves all look really good. There's nothing stuck to them. So we've got a few cucumbers that are going to be ready soon. And this one's just a little fatty. Like, it's not getting any bigger, it's just getting fatter. And there's a couple like smaller ones that are coming up. There's a couple right there. I don't know why I've had a whole lot of pieces. This one, but it looks like it's gonna die, and I don't know why they're dying. So probably the grasshoppers. I really don't know. I mean, there's one right there. I feel like I should have a whole lot more cucumbers than what I've had. So right here is where we buried all those seeds. We just sprinkled them right in there, and we'll see. We'll see what comes about. I don't remember what she called these, but Granny P has a bunch of these at her house, and I used some of her dirt from her house in with my stuff. So as random things grow, I figure where they come from. So that came from her house. And then the Spanish moss, it usually has flowers on it. That came from her house. And that, I don't know what that is, but she has a bunch of those. So, oh, let's check on our celery. We've got celery, oregano, and rosemary. And I'm thinking, I know that's just grass, and I'm thinking this is the celery. There's one. Yeah, they won't be there for long. Those birds just keep coming in, Mama. There's a cluster of celery, which is my bad. And then I'm not really sure which one is the oregano and which one is the rosemary. Mom, what did we decide? The one with the red leaves is what?
It's the oregano.
Yeah, the red. This is really pretty. It's hard to see here. It just looks brown. It's really not. It's a really pretty color. We think that's the oregano. So that means the other stuff is the celery, rosemary. The tall, like that. The rosemary. Oh, the watermelons. The big fatty?
Right there on my head.
You got dirt in your hair. I can't see because of the sun. I don't know why I have shovels over here. So, let's see, where'd it go? Oh, look at that. Right there. Little watermelon. And I don't know if this is the male-female situation. I assume it is because, like, that seems to be a male flower. But these don't really have flowers on them. There's a watermelon right there. So I'm keeping up with the vining process. Proud of myself for that. Those two got connected. So I'm keeping up with the vining. Really proud. And I learned that... No, I'm not watering another one of those. So I learned that how you know when the watermelon is done, the tendril that is on its vine, which I guess is this tendril, it's wrapped all the way around it, it'll die, and that's supposedly when you pick the watermelon. So I've got some time to figure it out, and if you've learned anything, from watching me is that I'll wait until the very last minute to do it. So, yeah, I don't really in a hurry. My husband rubbing off on me because he has no rush about him. No rush. Oh, Mama finished picking the beets, but I never did anything with them, so those will go in the compost. And I think that's it. I did see on my computer the other day some pictures of the garden before we really had much out here, and I need to figure out how to do pictures in a video to post so that we could do a what did your garden look like when you first started, because when we first got here, none of this, so obviously the tree was there, none of that was there. All those bins were already there, that one and those bins. Some of those cages back there in the corner, like the one that the cantaloupe is on, that was here, but none of, like, it was just all grass. Everything was just grass. Nothing was growing in here. Yeah. Don't let me forget I need to take that. That pile of sticks was there. Oh, there was something here. It's somewhere near here. There was four. Oh, I think here's one. 1, 2, 3. Yep, this is right where it was. We think it was asparagus that was growing. There was 4 T-posts, and the asparagus seemed to be coming out of the middle of it. And then I just got tired of being careful, so I started mowing over it. But it looks like some of it's coming back, and I don't know, maybe I'll dig it up, because that looks like that's a whole cluster kind of mixed in with grass. That's grass. But that looks like that is a cluster of asparagus. It's just so small, and it never was getting any bigger. That's why I mowed over it the first time. I was like, oh, oops. And I thought, well, it'll get bigger, but it never did. So I don't know. So that was here when we got here. Of course, there's a lot of junk out here too, and I still haven't mulched any of that or finished the carpet, and I really should. I probably should pick up my random pots, but nonetheless, that one's still empty. Now those 2 are empty. Lost a blueberry. We gotta weed all that. I don't know what we're gonna do with the... Oh, Mama, we gotta water the 4 o'clocks. I forget. Like every other time, I forget. I had to come out here especially the other day. Water her 4 o'clocks. And the mint, it needs some water too. Mama, is this mint bolted? Is it seeding? Is that what it is? Yeah. It must.
Can't go in the ground because
It's in.
be very invasive.
Yeah.
Take over everything.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, I think that's it for now. This was another succulent rose something, and I've lost half of it and not sure why, but it kind of seemed to help too, so I need to look into that. Okay, till next time.